Fox 11 News is sad to report the passing of one of our own, reporter Tony Valdez. He was 78. His son telling me he'd been battling end-stage kidney failure. We look back at the career of the journalist from East LA and his legacy.
There are different levels of security here at Chino, depending upon the needs of the prison population. It sort of changes the value of clothing. Not only do I feel somewhat embarrassed, wearing a tie, I feel absolutely indecent.
Tony Valdez, on air at KTTV for 3 decades.
35 years, 4 months, and how many days?
On retirement in 2016, a Fox 11 sharing of his news journey.
Who else has the perspective on Los Angeles?
Mine is just, one guy from East LA.
Los Angeles Latino International Film Festival.
He'd hosted Midday Sunday for 31 years.
I always tried to find the way where I could create some sort of a bridge, in addition to doing the who, what, where, when, and why of the news story, but also to find a bridge so that if something was going on in Woodland Hills, someone who was living in La Puente could understand what was going on.
Covering crime like the Night Stalker was Tony's strength.
LA's Most Wanted, you did for how many years?
It's been about 27 years, 28 years, something like that. Whether it's murder, mayhem, death, or disaster, those are things that I feel a sense of responsibility to report.
Gang-fueled street violence down by more than 50%.
Tony Valdez knew LA like few others.
Most reporters, they go all around the country. You've been a Los Angelino through and through.
Yeah, and maybe that shows in my work. I don't know. But, I grew up in a housing project. Well, I spent the earliest years of my life in a housing project and had an opportunity from that vantage point to see all kinds of people.
When he retired, salutes poured in from LA's city leaders.
Tony, thank you for everything you've given this city. Thank you for being the example for our community. And thank you for being, pushing the issues that often got forgotten about or not mentioned.
You're a great man, been a great friend, and I know you're going to be moving on to a new chapter in your life that is going to be very rewarding.
But we're going to miss him out there in the streets. We're going to miss the stories that he's been able to do, and just a class act all the way.
Tony would tell the story of Los Angeles through his own lens, becoming an avid still photographer and honor fellow military veterans. But it was his face on air in 1981 that told the story, too.
You could look around the TV stations. You'd see 1 or 2 black anchors, a handful of black reporters, but no brown ones, no Asians. And I was fortunate enough to be one of the people who, to put it bluntly, broke the color barrier.
Tony attended LA City College. He'd go on to help journalism students get scholarships as chair of the 8 Ball Foundation. Since he knew LA so well, he'd give historical tours of downtown LA. He was a volunteer at the LA Conservancy.
Tony Valdez is live on the scene. He has the latest on this. Tony?
Yeah, Christine, I wanted to check on that number 15.
We remember Tony that way on the job. We are awaiting info on a memorial service, and I'm looking back at my last text to him. It was to send him pictures from Christmas as we carried on the tradition that he brought here to bring in tamales for all of us. He'd come in with his grandson and set them up so we'd all have tamales around Christmas, and as you all know, we do that every year in his honor.
I know, Marley, you thought of him as a mentor.
Absolutely. I mean, I started here almost a decade ago, and for whatever reason, he approached me in the newsroom in my first week, and I remember it. It was intimidating.
Yes, he is.
And you described him in your social media post today as being gruff.
On the outside.
On the outside.
Yeah.
But he had a humongous heart, and he took me under his wing. He was there for me. He would guide me, always checked in on me, even in retirement. He was such a special man to me, and he truly loved the city and being the voice of the people.
And it made a lot of people felt seen in the process and feel represented. And an old school journalist that kind of reminded those of us a little younger in the field, do it the right way and be in it for the right reasons.
Oh, he'd get on you if you didn't.
Yes, he
would.
Yes.
He made all of us better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
And we shout out to Tony Valdez, who was our shop steward and really represented all of the reporters here, and to his family, Steve,
for the union. So he represented us for the union.
So Steve, his son, who called me this morning to let me know we are thinking of you and the family.